Are you gay? Do you know someone who's gay? If you answered yes to either question, hi, I'm Parker, and this is Parker's Pointless Podcast, where every week I talk about some pointless thought that was floating around in my little noggin. These topics will range from pop culture, to film and television, to politics, and to things happening in my own personal life, all of which I am not qualified to speak on, but because I am gay and delusional, I find the confidence and conviction within me to speak as if I am a professional. On today's episode, I am currently quarantined, so I'll be giving you a little bonus episode energy with a little at-home special. So let's dive right on in, shall we? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Parker's Pointless Podcast. It's me, Parker, here. This is Kukiana Grande because I'm currently recording this in my kitchen, not in the studio. No Soloman here today. Kind of funny because I kind of warned you guys last week that I probably would be doing a visual-less episode for this week, but it was going to be about the Barbie movie, but plans have changed, y'all. Plans have changed. I have a little nifty vintage virus in my body. Miss Coronavirus has decided to visit me this weekend, and I'm currently ill. So I have been plagued by homophobia because I am not allowed to see the Barbie movie this weekend, which it is literally so fucking painful watching everyone on Twitter and Instagram talk about Barbie, and I cannot relate because I haven't freaking seen it. It makes me so mad. But you know what? I'm being responsible. I'm staying at home. I'm nursing my body back to health. I'm going kind of crazy. I'm currently on my third full day of isolation because I was isolated today's Saturday? Girl. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is day 4. Oh my Lord. I'm on day 4 of isolation, doll. So I'm kind of losing my cuckoo banana brains. So I'm here to do a little episode for you guys while in quarantine. Sorry that the plans have changed, but you know what? It's okay. Which brings me to point number 2. I want to talk about this because it needs to be talked about. I was thinking about doing an episode for Barbie. That was the plan, as we know, as I just discussed. There is a current, as we know, the strike going on. I don't want to be a scab. I don't want to create content on behalf of these studios for them to profit off of while the actors are still being exploited. I don't want to be a scab, and because of this current strike going on, a lot of these studios are also reaching out to influencers and who are like non-union content creators, basically, to create their content for them. And I don't want to cross that line. I don't want to be a scab. Because these artists and creatives are the ones that deserve all of the credit, not these studios. So don't want to be a scab. Don't want to be a little hussy whore. So I'm kind of still contemplating whether or not I should do that episode about the movie because that would technically, it's gray area and I'm not sure if I want to dabble with that. So I'm still kind of deciding about the Barbie episode, if that's going to even happen. Maybe it'll be a bonus episode. Maybe, I don't know yet. We'll have to see. So that is also working in the little back of my mind. So yeah, that's the tea, y'all. It is a Monday morning, y'all. It is beautiful week. It is Monday, July. I don't know the date of this day. Let me look it up in my planner. Okay, it is Monday, July 24th. This episode is dedicated to a specific special fan and bestie of the pod. A shout out to Tatiana Alvarez. Girly Pop, let me just publicly apologize for missing your birthday. Tatiana just turned 26. Her birthday actually is a day after this podcast comes out, but her party was this past weekend. And I was so excited to go, so excited to twirl my pussy out. And I couldn't go because I had COVID, which was literally so unfortunate. So truly so sorry for missing your party, Miss Alvarez. I truly love you to the moon and back. This episode is dedicated to you because you are an avid fan. You are a bestie of mine and you're a bestie of the pod. So this episode is for you, baby. Hopefully you're listening to this in your car on your voice lessons because I know that's what you usually do. So hi girly, how are you? Illy. Okay. But sorry I missed your birthday party. It looked fabulous and wonderful and glamorous. So I'm so sorry I could not have been there. I would have lived. So this is for you, doll. All right, you guys. So let's get into the hot take of the week. So my hot take of the week is this, you guys. Your dog should be on a leash at all times. Period. The end. When your dog is outside, it needs to be on a leash. Like, no questions asked. Unless you're in like a small cornered area where there will be no issues, your dog should be on a leash. Because I see people walking their dogs without leashes, and it is so scary to me because I'm like, and these people are always like, oh, my dog is trained. It's like, girl, this is not about your dog. This is about other dogs. Like someone else's dog could be on a leash and may possibly not be not as friendly. So if your dog not on a leash were to run up to my dog, just because they're friendly, trying to make friends with my dog who isn't friendly, and then they do something, it's like, well, that isn't necessarily my fault because your dog was the one that initiated. Regardless of, you know, who did what, like, your dog should have been on a leash doll. And not to be a Karen about it because, like, you know, it's circumstantial. But if you're walking your dog on the street, diva, you need to have a leash on that dog. Because for the safety and the health and the well-being of your dog, put a leash on it, diva, to keep them safe. Okay? Keep the dog safe, keep other people safe, keep other dogs safe for the safety of everyone around you. Leash them up, doll. So that is my hot take of the week, you guys. So yeah, that's on period. I'm gonna take a little sip of my bevy right now. Because I'm sick and I'm at home, I'm currently drinking Gatorade Zero, which I'm not sure if you guys have had Gatorade Zero, but it's kind of slay. Yeah, that's literally on period. Let me just catch you guys up really fast because this episode kind of has no rhyme or reason because quarantine has kind of made my brain go mush, which is like impossible because my brain was already pretty mushy before. Like, it's gotten worse. So my birthday was last week, as we know. My birthday was lit as hell. Thank you for everyone who sent me love. Thank you for everyone who came out to West Hollywood, to brunch, everything. Everyone who I saw and everyone who just really made me feel loved. I truly love you so much. You truly enrich my life and you make life worth living. So illy. My birthday was lit, you guys. I was pretty turtiana. I was twisted up. Okay. Not even gonna lie. Which is so funny because in the episode I said something about alcohol being kind of ick. And honestly, I still feel that way. But y'all, the way I was flying away from this planet on my birthday night, you bitches would have thought something completely else of me. So I watched the episode and I laughed when I got to that part. And I will tell you all something. I prepared. I brought myself coconut water. I brought myself liquid IV. Like, I had a whole setup in the hotel room for me and Maddie and Tati. And I was like, I'm not going to get hungover. I'm turning 27. I'm too old to be hungover. Divas. Diva. When I tell you I woke up, I was sick as a dog. I was yakking, baby. I was like vomiting. And you can ask Maddie or Tati this. They will fully credit this story. When I upchuck, if you will, I am so unbelievably dramatically loud. Like, it is something that is actually embarrassing, and I wish that I could change, but I simply cannot because it's just who I am. I am a howler monkey when I throw up. Like, literally, I am screaming into the toilet bowl. Like, as if I was a 75-year-old man trapped in a fucking mine. Like, mining for gold. Like, I was trapped in like, that's how I sound when I throw up. It's kind of sick. But that was me all morning. I had brunch at noon. This was like 9 a.m. From 9 to 12, you guys, I felt as if my ghost, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost inside of me had simply two-stepped out of my body and left me alone. And I felt like a shell. Like, it was bad, you guys. And I was at brunch with my good Judies. And I was sitting there and they're like, are you okay? And I was like, I'm so hungover. And then literally as if God had snapped his juicy thumbs and the wind of the world flooded back into my body, I was recovered sitting at the table. And my friends were like, oh my God, like, you're feeling better. And I was like, yeah, I feel like my life just re-entered my body, which was kind of crazy. And then I had a wonderful brunch and a wonderful birthday. So that was my birthday weekend, you guys. It was truly lit as hell. Lived, laughed, loved it. So thank you again, everyone. Just wanted to catch you all up on that. But, what's been happening this week, you guys? So since I've been in quarantine, let's talk about Drag Race, because I asked you guys about what I should talk about and everyone hates me and no one responded with anything. LOL. But someone said talk about the Drag Race finale. So Drag Race just wrapped. Jimbo, first international queen to win. Sorry if that's a spoiler. It's been 3 days and I had Drag Race spoiled for me the morning it came out, because Drag Race comes out at midnight now on Thursday rather than like 7 p.m. on a Friday. Whatever. Anyways, Jimbo won. It was very slay. Love Jimbo. All these people are complaining on Twitter that like, ugh, the season was so bad. And I just think that's so annoying. Like, literally shut the fuck up. Like, first of all, you've never been on Drag Race. You're not a drag queen. You're stupid and you're annoying. Like, everyone always says every season is bad. Like, literally there's always a crowd of people being like, this sucks. It's like these people just put their lives and souls into creating a season of television for you to watch and enjoy. So, like, literally just watch it and enjoy it and stop being a fucking prick. You know what I mean? So I loved it. I'm so happy Jimbo won. Jimbo, like, was a clear front runner from the beginning, and she deserved the win. Even though people said, like, it was rigged. Girl, it was not rigged. Jimbo clearly swept that entire competition under the rug. Period. No questions asked. So, Jimbo, you better go off Miss Canada, and I live to see it. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my drink. Some ASMR for you. You guys, I just thought of something we all have to talk about, because this is huge, and I've seen it literally everywhere. Those fucking AI NPC TikTok lives. I am so befuddled, but also so intrigued by what is going on the internet. Like, it is so cuckoo crazy to me when they're like, pop, ice cream, yum. Or like, french fries, pop, ice cream, slay, like, the sounds they make, you guys, are just so wacky dacky. Like, I'm so obsessed. So I was doing it on Instagram Live today. So today is Saturday. I was doing it today, you guys, and I was doing the sounds and I was scream laughing the whole time. But I was not wearing a shirt, and I called someone ugly, and I said something else, and I got banned from TikTok Live, you guys. Is that not crazy? Like, I didn't say anything crazy. Like, I literally just was like acting kind of normal, and I got banned for a week. So I guess the internet just can't handle me being a TikTok AI diva. But yeah, I've seen them everywhere, you guys. What the fuck is going on? Like, literally, what is this? Like, I did it and it was kind of fun, but like, what is this audience? And like, why does this attract such a large audience? Is it like, part of me is kind of scared, because part of me thinks it's like creepy men, like lusting after like weird, lifeless talking beings. It's weird. I don't know. Part of me thinks it's that. Part of me thinks it's just like kooky and silly and fun, but I just haven't quite placed my finger on it. But it is something else. And it is literally all over my Twitter feed, all over my Instagram feed, all over my fucking TikTok. Like, literally every TikTok I'll scroll and everyone's doing it. I was like, y'all are so sick. It's giving sick in the head. But I'm kind of obsessed. So yeah, I just had to talk about that, because that has just been literally everywhere lately. And it is just so something. I just had to mention it. But yeah, you guys, the Barbie movie has been all over my Instagram and Twitter and everything. And I literally have been like trying to avoid spoilers and looking away. But it's just so impossible. But another thing I wanted to talk about with you guys. September 4th. Let's talk about September 4th, everyone. So September 4th, if you don't know, Monday, September 4th, 2023, is the one, the only, the icon, Miss Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter, her birthday. Okay. I actually don't know how old she's turning. I should look up her age. However, that is her birthday. That is also the day that I am going to the Renaissance Ball at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. It is also the day that my life is going to change. This is the first time I'll ever see Beyonce perform live. I'm a huge Beyonce fan, as we literally all know. I have the Beyonce book on the set with me all the time. I love Beyonce. Beyonce is just that girl. I'm going to talk about Beyonce for a minute. For me, whenever people are like, oh, who are your pop girlies? I always have to specify that Beyonce is above any list. Beyonce supersedes, literally, in my opinion, every other artist. There is no artist that compares. Period. Boots the house. The only person that could ever compare to Beyonce is Michael Jackson, and that's it. But Michael Jackson is dead. So Beyonce is the mother. Anyways, whenever I talk about Beyonce, I always have to be like, she does not exist on whatever list we're going to create of artists because she exists above the list. She is God. She exists out of this world. She is like ever present, ever growing, ever being. I stand. She's mother and she's God. So truly, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Amen. Beyonce. Um, Beyonce's that girl. So I'm truly so obsessed. September 4th is going to be a day that will change my life. And we will absolutely, that's a Monday. So the podcast episode will come out that day, will be a day I'm going to Beyonce. So the episode after that will be a full Renaissance recap. I already have it planned. I'm planning on doing it with Amani and Princess and my friend Daniel, because all of us are going to the concert. So that's going to be the vibe. Y'all can look forward to it. But I have been so obsessively watching tour footage, you guys. Like, it's just like crazy to me how one woman can possess so much cunt to serve. You know what I mean? Like, she's just that girl. And I just live, laugh, love to see it. I'm going to pause on Beyonce because I also just had this intrusive thought this past week and I need to voice it right now. Another artist that's on tour currently making her bag and is serving cunt as well in her own right is Taylor Swift. And I just have to, I've come full circle, you guys. I want this to be very, very clear and understood by my listeners, okay? I am not a Swiftie. There is a lot of Taylor Swift music that I like. I do like her redoing her versions of her old material. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun way to like reclaim her artistry that was taken from her. I think it's kind of slay. Beside the point, Taylor Swift gets an unreasonable amount of hate, realistically. Do you have to live, laugh, love her music and listen to her or enjoy her? No, because to each their own. And you're entitled to being like, man, she's not really my favorite. However, the amount of just vitriol she gets thrown at her and the amount of people that are just trying to take her down, it's just bizarre to me. Because I'm like, she hasn't done anything wrong. If she had like done wrong and like been immoral and a bad person, then that would be a completely different story. But the way people are trying to take her down and destroy her reputation, just bring her down a notch and like ground her, but in a way that like, it's just like degrade her, I should say, but simultaneously uplift Chris Brown, who is a registered like woman hitter. It's just so strange to me. It's like y'all are literally uplifting an abuser while simultaneously like trying to punish and like beat the shit out of this woman who, oh, that's poor judgment, poor choice of words. Trying to take this woman down a peg. And for what? Like literally for no reason. So y'all don't have to like love Taylor Swift, but put some respect on that motherfucking check because she has earned it. And like she has earned it from everyone. You don't have to listen, but you do have to owe her your respect because she is a record-breaking album. You guys, a record-breaking artist who has sold a record-breaking number of albums and streams. She has broken records time and time again. She is that girl in her own right. So acknowledge her. The reason I thought of Taylor Swift is because while talking about Beyonce, there's this thing that exists on the internet where people love to compare Taylor Swift and Beyonce, which does not make any sense. Because first and foremost, Beyonce is uncomparable to any artist alive. No questions asked, mic drop. I'm not going to drop this mic because it's expensive. However, you understand the point. Beyonce is not comparable to a single artist alive, no matter how you try to argue it or no matter whatever stretch of the imagination you use. That is simply not the tea, and that will not fly by me. Not to mention, Taylor Swift is so different. She's a completely different artist, completely different genre, completely different lane. They are not the same. Because they both sell out stadiums, all of a sudden y'all love to compare. But the gag is, let them both make their fucking bag. Y'all don't compare men the way you compare women. Like, literally, fuck off. And, like, leave these women alone. Let them collect their bags and let them be in peace. The end. So that's that on that. And speaking about leaving women alone, we're going to talk about Ariana motherfucking Grande. As we all know, I'm an Ariana Grande Stannis Baratheon. I stan Ariana Grande. Because I just have always, since I was in high school, since yours truly, since Victoria, since 13, I've been a fan. So I've been with her for the whole ride. Sweetener is my favorite album of music that's ever existed. I love Ariana. Ariana has just, Actually, it's funny because this actually has not been announced by her or her team or her husband. This has all been through like publications through TMZ and through like public news outlets like Twitter. Pardon me, I'm going to take a sip. I'm back. So sorry, my throat was dry because I have a little thing called fucking coronavirus, if you forgot. Anyways, Ariana Grande has allegedly broken up with her husband. They are getting a divorce. Dalton is his name. Which I saw the funniest tweet that was like, get rid of one of these Ariana Grande songs. And one of them was POV, which is my favorite Ariana Grande song. And someone's like, POV doesn't matter anymore. I literally am gagged. Anyways, they are apparently broken up. I don't know if I believe that. I think that is very possible and very true. Could it be not the truth? Sure. And I believe that too. However, I kind of feel like they are potentially broken up. However, there's pictures of Jonathan Bailey and Ariana Grande spotted at Wimbledon. Is that what it's called? Whatever, the horse race. And everyone is like, they're a couple, which is so funny because Jonathan Bailey is gay. Like, Jonathan Bailey is a homosexual diva. And that's why I'm obsessed with him. I'm obsessed with Jonathan Bailey. Baby, I would, I'm getting sweaty thinking about it. Anyways, spotted with Jonathan Bailey. Everyone on the internet was like, oh my God, they're a couple. I was like, are y'all fucking for real? Like, be for real. The next day, it's rumored Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater are a couple. Is that his name? Ethan Slater? Imagine I'm completely wrong. Let me actually double check. But yeah, there's all this rumor that they're dating, and he was the one who was SpongeBob on Broadway. And for the longest time, you guys, I literally was like, he's gay. Like, he has to be gay because he's in theater. And I'm like, all theater men are gay. Sorry. Yes, even Ethan Slater is the guy. SpongeBob. Whatever. I didn't watch SpongeBob, so I can't really give a good impression of SpongeBob. Anyways, they are rumored to be a couple, which to me, that is so wacky and random. And the fact that I'm like, he's married and has a child. And then now there's this narrative of like, the wife was blindsided. She had no idea. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I feel like this is all fake. Like, I feel like this is completely fake. Because literally, But also, at the end of the day, my biggest gag is I'm like, people eat this up. Like, people really, really eat this up. And I'm like, y'all are kind of sick for that. Like, obviously, I'm talking about it on this podcast, so I'm contributing to the problem. But, like, it's not that fucking serious at the end of the day. Like, it's literally someone else's life and relationship. So why does it matter for us to be so consumed by it? It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, being holier than thou. But it's just kind of strange. But I'm like, I personally just kind of don't think it's real. Because because it's a lot of news to get in 1 week, in one span of time. To where I'm like, this kind of feels fake and arbitrary, and like someone's trying to create this narrative or plot line, because one day she's divorced, the next day she's with a gay, the second day she's with a gay who is apparently not gay. Like, it's just boom, 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 one after the other, which it seems so fast to a point where I'm like, this is suspicious. You know what I mean? So something about it feels a little off to me. So that's my thoughts on this Ariana Grande drama. I live for Miss Arianka, so I don't really give a fuck. Whatever goes down, could not care less. Her next album might be pretty spicy. So imagine there's like a SpongeBob track. It's like, what would it be called? What would an Ariana Grande song about fucking SpongeBob be called? Okay, I want you guys to DM me your thoughts on what you think the song title would be called. My guess, I'll think about it and I'll give it to you guys a little bit later. But that's that on that, you guys. Let's move on to a different topic to talk about. The way I'm literally coming up with this as I go along, la-di-da. I've been cooking a lot in quarantine because I'm a little chef. And you guys know what the worst thing is in life? There's a couple things, and it all involves the kitchen, okay? My biggest pet peeves, one, doing the dishes. Life feels like a never-ending cycle of doing the fucking dishes, and it makes me want to scream. I do not have a dishwasher. I have one dishwasher, and it's the bitch speaking on the mic. It's me. I'm the dishwasher. And I love to cook, so I literally always have dishes dirty. And I'm like, again, like I'll literally have all my dishes clean, and then I'll look in the sink, and all of a sudden everything is in the sink. I'm like, how did this happen? Ugh, sick. Second thing I hate, filling the ice tray. Girl, if I could tell you just how annoying it is to me, I do it. I absolutely do it without questioning. But I just cannot stand it. I hate it every fucking time. Ick. Ugh. Ick. Anyways, I hate doing that. I literally hate it. But I've been cooking a lot, you guys, which has been so fun. I've been making yummy little breakfasts and lunch and salads and dinner. And I've been having a good little hoot and holler just in quarantine, doing my own little beep bop beep boop thing. Yeah. But now next week it's going to be different because I'm not going to have I'm not going to have any footage to edit. So this will be interesting, y'all. So that's been that on that. I've been watching lots of TV. I'm going to actually consult my IG, my Instagram, and see if anyone submitted anything for me to talk about. Because my brain is kind of giving, what's it called? Brain fog when you have COVID, which, have you guys ever had COVID before? It's truly something. Okay, someone said, the picture I put up on my Instagram, you guys, of Anne Hathaway in Les Mis smiling and like in a blurry photo. I live for that photo. So I hope that gagged you all because every time I look at it, it makes me scream laugh. Anyways, let's see if anyone else wanted me to talk about anything. La-di-da. Someone said there's cancel culture, but there's also the mania that is hype culture. You know what I mean? I actually don't necessarily think I know what you mean, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. So you said there's cancel culture, which I think cancel culture is fake because people who get canceled never are canceled, and the people who should be canceled were never canceled to begin with. So I think cancel culture is fake. Anyways, hype culture. I mean, absolutely. I think hype culture is a thing, or not like, I don't know what hype culture is because I know what hype is. I think hyping things up is real, and like overhyping or underhyping or properly hyping. Is that what you're referring to? The nature of all that? Possibly. I think there are things that are overhyped. I think there are things that are underhyped. And yeah, I live to see it. I just love people being excited about things. I love to see it. Like the Barbie movie, you guys, is so fun. Like I love the girls really, truly girling. Like y'all better fucking work. That's so period. That's so period. Period poo. That's so period girl. So yeah, as you guys can tell, I'm clearly starting to lose my marbles. And yeah, that's that on that. The amount of times I know that I've said that this episode, you guys, literally take a shot every time I say that's that on that. Anything else that is ringing through my little noggin that I want to talk about? That's just been living with me. That's been causing ruckus. Anything on Twitter? Anything on TikTok? I've been going to TikTok a lot lately because I've had the time, and TikTok's like a time sucker. So I've been going on TikTok lately, and I kind of live. Think. Well, I don't think I have anything else for you guys. I think this might be a shorter episode. I'm kind of tired. I'm also sick, as we know. And I just hopefully will test negative soon because the okay, Parker Griffin, get it together. The vintage moment that I'm giving of having coronavirus was truly cute for a second, and I'm actually over it at this point. I walked outside to check on my car today. Obviously, I was double masked. No one screamed and no one yelled. I'm just a girl named Belle, okay? Double masked. I was careful, conscious, whatever. I walked away from people. The air hitting my body just from the walk to my car and back, it filled me with such delight and joy. I was like, the outside world, Papa. I can't be trapped inside. I have to be outside. So I'm hoping to test negative tomorrow so that I can go outside. I'm losing my mind, you guys. I'm losing my mind. And I'm starting to get like crafty in my home where I'm like, maybe I should renovate this. And that's never a good sign because that means I'm really bored. So that's that on that. I hope to be released from my shackles. And I hope to see the Barbie movie and that the next episode will be about that, y'all. So that's, you guys, I was about to say it again. I was about to say it a fucking again. Something just made a weird sound. Oh, it was my AirPods. LOL. Ooh, yeah. Well, you guys, I don't want to take up any more of your time with my fucking dilly-dally brain. So I'm going to wrap this podcast right on the fuck up. So as we know, my hot take this week was about dogs on the leash. I would like to add another hot take at the end of this episode because this is my podcast. I can do whatever I want. I think that if you genuinely love and enjoy the taste of coconut water, you are kind of rotted for that. Now, let me explain. I drink coconut water every single day. I drink coconut water usually in the morning, and I sometimes have a little coconut water at night because it is great for hydration. It is really good for you, and it's wonderful all across the board. I love coconut water. I do not like the taste of it. I drink it because I should and because it's not bad, but it's also not good. And the bitches that drink coconut water like it's a tasty, delicious beverage, literally rot in hell, bitch. Like, you're lying. You're lying. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I like coconut too. I like coconut flavored desserts, drinks, coconut yogurt, coconut oil, coconut water, coconut butter. I like coconut. I love coconut. But coconut water does not taste good. And we need to stop lying to ourselves and saying that it does, because it doesn't. And if you think that, you're kind of sick. So, yeah, that's literally the most period I've ever had to put a period on. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Sorry I was a little bit bing-bongy. I'm at home alone with no Soloman, so I don't have anyone to keep me on track, which is so silly. I hope to be back in the studio next week, you guys, for episode 22. And I hope to just physically be well because I am a vaccinated young woman. I have both my COVID vaccines and both of my boosters. So I am fully prepared for Miss Coronavirus. And this bitch is still beating my ass. So, goddamn. That's on period. Okay, you guys. Well, Illy, I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting my podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment. I will have a regular episode for you next week. Thank you for listening to this episode, even though there are no visuals. Hopefully I figure out how to put it on YouTube with like just the art imagery. We'll see if I can figure that out. I'm not a very tech savvy young woman, but thank you for listening to this episode. I love you all so much. I don't know how long this episode ended up being, so I will have to check on that. But thank you all for listening to this. I love you all truly to the moon and back. I will see you all on the next episode next mother-tucking week, where hopefully we will talk about the Barbie movie. We will see. I love you all so much. Have a great rest of your Monday and stay safe this week. Happy birthday, Tati. Illy. Bye. Thanks again for listening to this week's episode of Parker's Pointless Podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a review. Share this with a friend, or both. Can't wait to chat with you all again next week. This is your host, the daintiest doll in town, Parker, signing off. Bye.